Welcome to Bhroman Braapsody. This is where we review cars and motorcycles. I'm the host for your motorcycles and the punk does the cars. We are at Indian Motorcycles Greensboro in beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina. And we're gonna do things a little differently today. Today we are here for a demo ride. I'm gonna be riding a 2022 FTR Carbon. If you like what we do here at Bhroman, give us a like and a subscribe. It's me, it's your boy Bro, and I am your Bhroman. Alright, so we are off on the 2022 FTR Carbon. Yeah, please do.
So we are off on the FTR. So the FTR stands for Flat Track Racer. So this FTR 1200 Carbon is inspired by FTR 750, Indian's flat track racing motorcycle that's won them a lot of championships and victories and whatnot. Flat track racing or dirt track racing is a little different. You race on dirt tracks of sorts. This does not have a big fairing or a windshield or anything like that. This is a naked bike of sorts, but not just any naked bike. This is a V-twin American naked bike. Now, this is very easy to flat foot. I'm about 5'10" with a 31-inch inseam, and I can flat foot it very easily. That was one complaint with the older FTR 1200s, that the seat height was a little taller. And for this model here, this is 3 inches shorter, so this is at 24 inches. And that makes a world of difference. This is a cool bike to ride, you guys. This is a very, very cool bike to ride. You have a little display here. This is touchscreen, and you can swipe up or down, and you have these two options for your speedometer and tachometer, which is pretty cool. And this bike also has traction control, cruise control, and riding modes. Yeah, this bike is very easy to lean. Check it out, lean. Let's give it some gas and see how it does. Yeah, this feels like a sports bike, like a naked bike from Ducati or Yamaha or one of them. This feels so awesome. Yeah, this is just as nimble and as quick and light as any other naked bike you can find. This, you feel all of the 120 odd horses and the 87 foot-pound of torque. All of that comes out together, and with this 500-pound frame, they all tie in together and gives you such a fun experience. Fun experience. Now, there is not much of a wind protection. You don't have a windshield or a fairing or anything, so you get a lot of wind on your upper body and torso. No wind protection. But that's what you get on a naked bike. I'm sure you could get aftermarket parts for these bikes, like a windshield or something along those lines. But yeah, from the factory, as it comes stock, it has no wind protection. So riding it on cold days is going to be a lot of fun. Is this a good bike to use as a daily commuter? Yeah, I think it is, as long as it's not really cold outside. The suspension so far feels good. It's eating up these bumps and bruises on the road. There is no storage space to speak of, so you'd have to be carrying your stuff in a backpack. But yeah, you would be getting there fast and with a stupid grin on your face wherever you're going. Ooh, and check this out. When you downshift and give it gas, it goes. We're in fifth and it's pulling in fifth. Oh, this bike is so much fun. Let's test out the brakes. Brembo brakes. Yeah, boy. They are phenomenal. Alright, let's look at the screen real quick. You have these two different options. You have the speedometer with the tachometer around it. You also have The outside temperature, it tells you which gear you're on, the outside temperature, compass, or you could have this layout with the digital tachometer. Is this a good motorcycle for touring? I don't think so. This is not a touring motorcycle. This does not have wind protection or saddlebags or any storage spaces or none of that thing. So I don't think this is going to be a good bike for touring long distances, medium distances, short distances, whatever. This is a bike that you want to have stupid fun with. Preferably take it out to the mountains or twisties and just rip it up. This is a bike that just wants to have fun. Look at it, it's so nimble. And the thing about these motorcycles is, just like sports bikes, you have to hold the tank with your legs and keep your arms free and loose so you can easily flick this bike around. Basically, you control the bike with your legs. You hold them tightly with your legs and you just use your arms to lean on the handlebars to make a turn. That being said, this bike is quite stable at highway speeds and such. You may not be able to do a lot of touring on this bike, but if you decide to take it on the highways, it is going to be quite stable. Now, this bike will get you into trouble. This is just one of those things. It will get you into trouble just because it's so powerful and you are going to twist the throttle a little too much sooner or later. Yeah, that's just how it's going to be. Now, as for the seat, I am gonna bitch about the seat a little bit. The seating position is fine, it's quite good. But the seats, not so much. They're not super comfortable and they're kind of slippery. Like when you brake under hard braking, you kind of slide towards the fuel tank. And again, this is not a touring bike, so this does not have a touring seat. The seat is more of what you'd get on a sports bike. So there's that. Now, if I had to get this bike, the first thing I'd change are the seats. Now, for the mirrors, this does not have the traditional Indian teardrop mirrors. This has the more circular round mirrors. And they're not bad. You can see a good amount of stuff behind you. You can see my buddies riding behind me. So yeah, it's a good design. And check out this thing. It has a 9,000 RPM red line, just like a sports bike again. Crazy, right? And you also get a lot of cool features here. You can pair your phone. This does not have speakers, so you can pair it to your Bluetooth dongle or your Bluetooth module that you might have on your helmet, like a Sena, Cardo, Uclear, or whatever Bluetooth communication device you might have. And you can pair your phone to it as well. I don't have it paired right now. This is just a demo. And then you have the setting screen. And now the setting screen has a ton of info about the bike and all of that. So what Indian has done is that they've basically taken the right command center that you would get on a Roadmaster or a Chieftain or a Challenger, and they've integrated all of that in here. So you get all of that technology, a lot of those features here, without it having that big display. So yeah, good job Indian on factoring all of that in. You can check your oil life here, and you get a lot of information, a lot of cool information here, and all of this is in a touchscreen display, and this is cool. I can't tell you how much I'm loving this. This is super cool. Good job, Indian. You can just play around with the screens. This is awesome. But enough about me going on and on and on. Let me pull over and show you guys a walk around.
That's what the bike looks like. Looks pretty neat and pretty clean from the side. And this is what I was talking about. You have the naked frame of the Ducatis. You have the little fender at the back. This looks really cool. And the carbon has carbon fiber on on the tank here, and it has the Akramovich exhausts. That is so cool. So as for the buttons, you have your cruise control on your left, and these are, you can use the stick to toggle through the menu, go back in the menu, your turn signals, horn, high beam, low beam on the top. You have a trigger on the other side that goes to the settings here. That'll change it'll go through the display here and through the various screens, and you have a start stop button here, and it has the old school key. You have to turn it on and off. And look at it, it's got all carbon fiber here. 3.4 gallon fuel tank, 479 pound dry weight, 6-speed transmission, 3 riding modes, and 17-inch wheels with Metzeler Sport-Tech tires. How cool! Shout out to our friends at Indian Motorcycle Greensboro for letting me know about this demo event, and I'm glad I could make it and have some fun. Yeah, this is awesome. Oh, you also have traction control and you can turn it on and off. I highly recommend keeping it on, especially since we're at a demo ride event. I don't want to turn it off and do something stupid, but you could turn it off if you wanted to. And those are your 3 riding modes. You have rain, standard, and sport. So let's put it in sport, and standard, sorry. So you have to close the throttle for it to engage. And once it's done, you can just easily chug along. Nothing, no worries, nada. Yeah, more peeps there from the demo event. Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy, bro. So in the standard mode, it is a bit of a different beast. The throttle response isn't as aggressive, and that's the case with all of these Indian bikes that I have reviewed so far. Like once you put it in the standard mode, it really calms down the bike. It's nowhere as crazy. The throttle response isn't as crazy or direct as it is in sport mode. This is where it just wants to chill. And rain is basically, what's a nice way to put it? Yeah, so rain mode is basically where you go to neuter the bike. You take away all of its powers, and you're like, meh, I'm just gonna keep it in rain mode. So which is not a bad thing. Like, depending upon what kind of a rider you are, you can play through these modes and have a lot of fun with it. Like if you don't want a lot of power, put it in rain or standard mode. If you want to act a fool, put it in sport mode. Now, is this a good bike for beginners? Absolutely not. No way, Jose. And this costs, I think, about $17,000, $17,000 or $18,000, and this is a light bike, yeah. But this is putting out a lot of power, which is never a good thing for a beginner. Never a good thing for a beginner, no siree. This is a great bike for someone who's got some experience and wants to go out and have a lot of fun. And you know, instead of having a sports bike, you could have an American naked bike with the V-twin. I can't get over the fact that is so cool, you guys. Yeah, so we are back here. So that ended our little demo ride. Shout out to our friends at Indian Motorcycle Greensboro.